Hey everyone, Omogonix here and welcome back to a brand new video here on the channel. So today I'm going to be talking to you all about 3 vehicles which I recommend for Warzone in Halo 5 if you still do play. And if you do enjoy this video, be sure to like and subscribe for more, and yeah, let's get right into the list. So at number 3 we have the Mantis. Now the Mantis is really good for Warzone. It's definitely a very good vehicle that I would definitely pick for myself as well. Now the reason to why the Mantis is here on number 3 is because it's incredibly portable. I mean, not only is it, just not one of them big heavy duty vehicles like a Scorpion and Rafe, they can go into more areas and stuff, but it's also very good in terms of its combat as well. So not only is it very portable, but it's also very good for its combat. The machine gun on it, the rockets on it, does very good damage, and I really do like the Mantis, and this applies to all models, by the way, not just the normal Mantis. Whatever colorway of the Mantis there is in Warzone, this number 3 spot applies to all of them. The Mantis is a great overall vehicle to use, and yeah, it's definitely a recommendation for me in both Warzone and Warzone Firefight. And so in at number 2 we have the Wasp. Now the Wasp is quite a very good air vehicle, I must say. Now the reason to why I really do recommend the Wasp is because it's very controllable, unlike a lot of the other air vehicles. I mean, Banshees, nah, I don't like Banshees when using them in Warzone and Warzone Firefight, nah. I only like Banshees in campaign, honestly. But when it comes to Warzone, the Wasp is definitely a go-to for me, because not only is it better for controlling, and you actually have full control over it, because as we all know with the Banshee, right, it slowly moves even if you're not like controlling it at all, and that can be really annoying, especially on Warzone and Warzone Firefights where the maps are pretty, they're pretty big if you're on the ground, but if you're in an air vehicle, they're really small, so you need something that can be very controllable and something that you won't be bumping into walls and barriers of the map with and stuff, and the Wasp is definitely good for that. Now the weapons on it aren't the best, they're not the best at firing, but they're definitely very good. The rockets on the Wasp are pretty good with their damage, but the machine guns, they're more of just a thing you'll use when you don't have time to use the rockets, or when you just can't use them because you've just used them and you have to wait for them to cool down. But yeah, so now let's head on to the number 1 spot on the list, which is the Ghost. Now the Ghost is probably my favorite vehicle in all of Halo 5. Now the reason to why the Ghost is my favorite vehicle is because it's one of the most portable vehicles. You can get into almost any area with it, even inside of the bases and stuff, and even if you push far enough through, you can even fit through like normal doorways and stuff. The Ghosts are pretty crazy. They do pretty good damage as well. It's one of my go-tos with Warzone and Warzone Firefight especially. It always ends up getting me in the top places, just like the Wasp and the Mantis as well. And I really do love it as a vehicle overall. And just the Ghost, it's definitely one that you see everyone driving around in Warzone Firefight even as well. And so yeah, the Ghost is definitely a popular choice for Warzone, and it's definitely one that I recommend myself if you're not really into Ghosts, but trust me, it's very good. And then actually I have an honorable mention as well. So now let's get on to an honorable mention, because before I brought up my number 3, I was just thinking, and there was one vehicle which I forgot to add to this list, and that is the Anti-Air Rafe. The Anti-Air Rafe is definitely the best Rafe in Halo 5. It is the best in terms of its controllability as well, because as we all know with Rafes, they can't fire very well. Now when it comes to normal Rafes and the way they fire and stuff, I just don't like it. When you fire a Rafe, it doesn't go really where you want to go. It's very unpredictable, because as we all know with the Rafes, they kind of shoot up and it doesn't really hit where you expect it to go, because you have to like really predict where you're gonna hit it. Like, oh, if I fire over there, it's gonna fire all the way down there, so maybe I might have to, go down this angle, and it's really confusing overall. But the thing that I really like about the Anti-Air Rafe is that wherever you fire, right, so wherever you're looking, that's where it's gonna go. It's just gonna go where you're wanting to fire. That's the really cool thing about it. The Anti-Air Rafe, it just goes straight where you fire. Because with the normal Rafes, right, you're going to be missing all them shots and stuff, because it's very hard to use normal Rafes, especially when trying to shoot air vehicles. Let me just say that. Also, anti-air rafes are very good for shooting down air vehicles, which is why they're called anti-air rafes after all. Don't use normal rafes when it comes to that. Trust me, I've tried it so many times. In fact, I might even have clips to show here. If I don't, I'm sorry. But yeah, of me shooting at banshees and stuff in Warzone firefight. It's a stupid idea, trust me, don't do it. And I think I was even getting harassed by some of the other players in that match for even doing it, since I noticed they kept on trying to team kill me and stuff by running me over, so yeah. And they were doing it purposely as well. You could tell. I even had guys fucking meleeing me and stuff, which you can't kill, you can't team kill people by meleeing them in Warzone Firefight, but yeah, that's just something that's happened to me quite a few times when I've done stupid things like shoot up at banshees in rafes. Just don't do it, you'll make yourself look stupid, and yeah, anti-air rafes overall are the best for it. And they're the best for combat as well when it comes to Rafe variants, so the anti-air rafe, definitely a recommendation. And so yeah, anyways guys, that is the end of this list. Those there are the top 3 vehicles that I would recommend for Halo 5, and also an honorable mention like I just mentioned before with that, the anti-air rafe. So yeah, if you agree with me on this list, be sure to comment down below, and just subscribe as well. I think I've already mentioned that, but also if you do have a different opinion to me, be sure to leave down what you believe to be the 3 best vehicles in Halo 5 below when it comes to Warzone and stuff. So whatever you think are the 3 best vehicles for Warzone in Halo 5, leave them below, and I'll see if I can read them out and, you know, maybe give my opinion on your list. Anyways, I'll see you all soon. Bye bye.